Hey, you guys, I'm going to give it a couple of minutes because I switched the time and I thought I switched it to 3 earlier, but I didn't. So I am so sorry for those who got all screwed up and I screwed you guys up. I'm drinking my hot coffee. Hi, welcome in, you guys. I have another 100-page thing to go over. But before I start, I haven't looked into this little girl at all. It's her looks, her age, her weight and height that was first grabbed my attention. But knowing my elements and knowing how I have found them in the past, the first thing that shows up, and Quentin Simon had the same, Summer Moon Wells had the same, Harmony, Michael Vaughn. The children all resemble the same information, and it tends to be shown on the news stations, the local news stations. And let me take this down. I opened up a local news station. I'm like, okay, does anyone see the heart hanging from her ear? Like, that's the first thing that I noticed, you guys, on Michael Vaughn. It's really getting excuse the language, fucking annoying to consistently see this shit and it's not being looked at as elements. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Judy. Adrian. Hi, guys. Sorry about earlier. Hi, Posh. Sassafras, Mary. Thank you all for being in here. Oh, my God. Hi, everybody. Hi, Justice coming soon. Okay, so, like I always do, put a number 1 if you see that same thing hanging from her head as Summer Moon Wells had. It's right here. Now, what I'm saying is this is on the local news station, right? Having this on the local news station, no one's saying, what's hanging from her ear? Is mind-boggling to me. So obviously I know that a lot of, I have just so many subscribers. Thank you for that number 1. But it's kind of getting a little out of control. That now that I just saw this, like right before I went on, thank you for the number 1s. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Lisa, Mary, Posh, Lucy, all of you guys. It's crazy that the person standing in front of her did the same thing standing in front of the other Summer Moon Wells missing children. So with that being said, I know that I will be doing a whole thing on her. Thank you, G.H. White. And the other thing is, what is on her counter? Like, I want to call the news station, ask if that is really there, or is that, did someone put that shit in there? Because this here, as I could see it, falls under the exact same storyboard as my stories that I tell here. This is really, really obvious. Quentin Simon and Michael Vaughn's were the most obvious, right? Michael Vaughn's, and no one stopped to look at it. And they were photos from their local news station. So they're doing it again, is what I'm telling you. And I haven't even begun to look into this, but I believe what's going to happen is the YouTubers that are involved in the money-making scam that covers these stories, you're going to see. This story will get coverage. She's a summer moon Wells missing child. And I see you, and I will definitely be getting back to her and giving her the same respect as I have the other summer moon Wells missing children. Look at her ear, you guys. How is it that no one sees it hanging on her neck? I don't know. And there are a lot other photos that I have to look at of hers. But I will definitely be doing that next time. So this is one other photo I want to show you. Is when I see photos like this, I look into what's on both sides of her head and what's in her picture. For starters, it's a clear photo of her sitting in a car. Boom, bang, that is what happens. Yes, she's sitting next to someone who looks just like her in the same shirt, but when I look at both sides, I see elements. I see exactly what I saw, which would probably match up to Harmony Montgomery's photos. This is what was in Harmony's. But I didn't want to start, this is from ABC, I didn't want to start with, with her until I did a reading and some quiet thought. But this here is placed in here strategically. And the man on the other side of her is placed strategically. And trust me when I tell you, I will be looking and finding, she is going to be super easy to find the elements stuck to her. Because it's just when I look at it, her back has the maroon box stuck to it. So understand that whoever the fuck is taking these kids, you don't have much time left. You don't. That is right here, you guys. It is the number 5 box, and it's stuck to her back. It's right there. Whoops. It's right here. You grab this thing. And that is one of the things I look for, especially if you're going to be in the car. So after a year and a half, it's come December, it's a year and a half, we here know what we're looking for. This little girl is a summer moon Wells missing child. There's going to be 12 people, including the kids from the college, in this grouping. I can't tell you what this does to the insides of my body. Just like many of you. It's especially what's very hard for me to watch is that the attention that this is getting is not enough. And it needs real attention to save these children. Attention on a very, very high level. Because these girls are surrounded by the same freaking maroon box shit that all of these kids are. And I am begging the authorities to look. This girl, for all we know, it's summer. She is not alone. This photo speaks volumes. So to the predator and the motherfucker who's behind this, you just keep giving the elements and keep giving it forward, because the day will come. And it's going to be an aha moment. It's going to be an aha moment. Because whoever's doing this stuff, you guys, it's really sick shit. The videos that I found is what they're doing. And I'm going to go over that again today. And pictures that I have chosen to compare this to are the 4 students from Idaho today. The other day picked someone else. Today it's the Idaho murders that I have selected to pull up photos to show you. Yesterday's video, if you guys haven't seen it, it's a great video to watch. Oh, you know, get out of here, dude. It's a great video to watch. It was very informative, and it is something that kind of opens up this conversation of how deep and ugly and protected and rooted these sacrifices go. The only thing that makes sense to me is that they're protected. Because seriously, the information that I have put out there, it beautifully matches. And nope, you don't have to. Lori Ann Scott, we really just got started. The beginning, I showed the little girl who just went missing from Texas. This is the first page. This is the first page. Why does this say? Wait, I know I have 92 pages. Wait. This one says 34 pages. Wait a second. 90. File, save as. Wait. Let me put this one. All right. Let's see if it now saved to 90. Strange. Let's see. This 190. Yeah. So all of this information that I'm going over, the intro beginning was from yesterday. I'll recap it slightly. The family that I'm following is in this presentation as well, because what I have seen is the new grouping of videos that I found, the information in those videos as far as elements, abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, matches this woman's who match the Summer Moonwell's missing children's case. So I'm showing this all to you because even though the photos I'm about to show you, you guys, it's from years ago. I don't know if this may even be a concentration camp for all I know, because it's really horrific. I haven't heard back from anyone, but someone's going to want these videos and put them into documented form for some show, because that's how insane they are. To me, they look like a Jeffrey Dahmer videos. What I am showing here is to the left. To the left are from the videos that I found because they were somehow connected to the family that I'm following. So it brought me to that page. I'm like, oh my God, there's like 27 plus videos on mouth dropping information that needs to get to the press. I haven't had any press get a hold of me. And that's very sad because the information sitting there needs to get to an outlet badly. Like a real media outlet. It's someone, what I see spiritually and through my third eye is someone uploaded it there in hopes to have someone find it, and that person is anonymous. They have no views. Now they have a couple because of me. But to the right is Jeffrey Dahmer, age 8. And he's wearing this uniform. He's holding up a little stick. It's got the number 5 on it. I see a 5. I don't know what you guys see. I know that I believe that he was in Troop 8 from what I recall in videos. Now, I'm going to put it. I'm putting a tool on it. Show magnify it. Yeah, this looks like. Wait. All right, let me put a magnifying glass on it and see if I could see it. Yeah, that to me looks like a 5. So this here that he's holding to me looks like a 5 in his hand. That's a true picture, Jeffrey Dahmer. To the left are from the videos that to me looks like the same boy. Now, in the end, it really doesn't matter if it is or it isn't. Because these videos need to be, if it's not him, then these are videos like from a concentration camp or something. Because they're gassing, they're cutting, they're having orgies, they're chained, they have big things around their necks, machines, the whole thing. Like it's extremely disturbing. I'm going to show you this because I am not just showing it to get my own kicks over here. I'm showing this to you because it's the same information that I'm getting from the Summer Moon Wells cases. What you're going to see in these pictures are going to match the following photos, and the elements are going to match within really the 4 missing students, which I don't believe, like I said, is just 4 of them. It's not just 4 of them. The media is, I think, this is the story, Lori and Scott, that would be wonderful, starts from the beginning of the 500 videos, because the story is it's the children's story. It's been channeled over here. These are being shown through the eyes of the children. So it's not like these children want their story. So whoever put these up, they want their story told. They're not looking, these kids at these ages from many moons ago are not alive. They want their story told. They're in the afterworld. They're in the spirit world. This stuff is being shown because they want justice. This is what they're doing to the children. This is, by the way, trigger warning throughout the whole entire video today. I'm showing this to you because I have images like that from the missing children. The elements that are in here, the machines especially, match up. When you see a child that's in a white bucket like that with a heart on it, these are missing children's elements. This is what it looks like. This is what they're doing to these kids. And this is underground. These white faces are white faces that we've been looking at. And this is being told through someone's stories. And what it's telling me is this has been going on. This is something that's going on and hasn't stopped. It's telling me that this is the group that started this. That's an A. Let me turn it. So this A and this information is exactly the same thing, you guys, that I've been showing you in the Summer Moon Wells cases. The only difference here is these are from years ago, and someone wants this out there, or else I would never have found it. I sent the orgy video to the CNN. In that video, they have children coming down on a track and being dropped in a group of adults. They're coming down on a track and then being dropped like a dumpster, like they're being dumped. It reminds me of the concentration camps. But the issue is this is what we're seeing, you guys, and it's so sad. I have a sense of very deep sadness for these children because these are real photos. That's a real child's face that is being held. Right? Like why wouldn't this be acknowledged? And why the fuck would someone come in here and put a thumbs down showing this stuff that needs to be stopped? The only reason that person came in is because he's shitting in his pants. And we don't give a shit about you. I'm not giving you a reading like I did the other day with that other guy who came in. There is a man holding a child, murdering him. The guy that is in the uniform, the damage that this boy is doing is beyond my comprehension. The equipment that is on him, including the little hearts, match the Summer Moon Wells missing children. So I believe somehow, that's a little heart. Somehow, it's right there. Somehow, and then it's also on the other side. He's holding it in his hand. Here, I'll do that one also. These hearts were one of my first elements that I found on Summer. Really, it was in her poster, and it was on her head, just like I just showed you that new little Texas girl. And they continue. So even if this was the 1950s, this stick has been passed down. Muffin is sick. Oh, everyone's getting sick. Send her healing love. So this is what we've been looking at since Summer Moon Wells went missing. The equipment is in maroon, so it's a little difficult to see. This here is part of the machinery. Putting it to his face, putting it to his mouth. The bottom part shows, wait, this is a very important piece of machinery. It's basically the head in the cylinder. And you could see that this boy's face is being duped. His face is covering, this boy's face covers a lot of the kids that are being brutalized. So they did this then, and they're doing it now. But that piece in the bottom is nothing more than what we've been seeing in Summer winds up like that. Just Summer winds up. Does that say wolf? I'm going to have to see if that says wolf. Because the wolf would be very important to me. I feel as if there's this group, wolf, that protects these people. And if you're in my chat room, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about you. The wolf pack. I don't trust them. That would be very interesting if that says wolf. So this little fella that's wearing this outfit creates a lot of damage, holds a lot of the elements, and these kids that come in here don't just get brutalized, it's like they get ripped apart. Really ripped apart. This is what it looks like. I'm showing these pictures not to make people upset. I'm showing these pictures to show the realization and the harm and what it goes into all these sacrifices. Yeah, it said wolf, right? Donna, welcome in, babe. There is a wolf pack, Lisa. Interesting. There's something in people in there that I don't trust. This is what's going on with this child. There are a lot of elements and a lot of pain and anger that is in here that we have seen and witnessed throughout Summer Moon Wells missing children's cases. There's nothing here, you guys, that I haven't shown. This just happens to be videos that I found that hold all the same stories. And I must put it out there. It's this is blurry, but their faces do turn green, and they consistently wear their scouting outfits. As you could see, you look at the hand, you look at the little blue machine that's in the corner. Their hands, everything is getting pixelated, but everything is bloody. This little hand here is bloody. Copy. You guys can't see it, but these hands are all over a man and his private parts. I'm not particularly going to show the video. I'm hoping someone comes and gets those videos and does something correctly with them. I will only give it a certain amount of time, and then I'll just play them. This, to me, reminds me of Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy, why'd I say that? Jeffrey Dahmer. These are photos of Jeffrey Dahmer when he was a child. I'm sure no one paid attention to what was on his head. Because the pictures of Jeffrey Dahmer when he was younger does reflect what's going on here. It reflects it very well. And the elements, you would think Don and Candace put these elements on these children. They're like identical. This is Jeffrey Dahmer. And no one talks about this stuff. He's holding on to his A. That's like a bow and arrow A. See how there's like a hand on it? This is important to show you guys because this does date back. This dates back. It's so the picture in the middle so looks like Don and Candace's son, but this got so pixelated. I'm showing you more of him to show you how significant and how close they are in photos that I have now. Look at the image on Jeffrey Dahmer's body. It's that V. What's on his body are elements. This here, and it's no coincidence. No coincidence. And then I put this in here so you could see what the mom looks like and how the mom in these in here look like the mom in the videos that I have. This is the dad. This is the group. So these photos that I'm showing you come from the videos. They're dropping kids, are coming across on a pulley, and then they're dropping them into this group of people. They're sacrificing kids right there live, and they're on these tables. Their heads are covered in black, and this is exactly what I've been looking at, you guys. As sick as it looks, I need you to understand that this is what we've been looking at. This is what I've been showing. And these are sacrifices, and the bodies have a V on it. They have the V on it. This here is what they're doing to the children. This is what they do. They brand them. I'm not showing the video because I've sent the video into CNN, and we'll see what they do with it. Everything is darkened, and I'm not going to blow anything up, but you need to see what's going on here. These kids are being dropped from the ceiling into these groups. Let me see if this matches 24. Oh, I see why. Okay. Wait. 82. Wait, let me get one I could open up and place them in so I could show you. Okay. 21. All right. Let me show you a closer picture of the V. That's what I wanted. So there's the V, and it's on a body that's being sacrificed in a room of people. This is what they do to the children. It's a room like this that they're going in. This is a room, a real room. Trust me, I saw the video. The video is difficult to watch. It's the green masks and the green heads and all of these different symbols that make it super real. Super real. This here is a body that is getting completely, not only probably abused, but it's being cut. Like, they're doing things that Arbana Papillon told us that they do in situations like this. This is what they're doing. And it just continues. And it has got lots of kids in here. That is an abused, this is a picture of a pile-up of abused children. And then there's one that's like just laying on that slab. The situation and the information that is here, you guys, I'm showing this because it matches what they do to the missing children. They have them in these things that lift up. They look like the front of the cars. So imagine, what page is this? 30. Imagine this here. Let me crop this other stuff out. Being the fake car. This is basically, this here is basically the fake car. This gets maneuvered. This is, to me, the fake car. Does the same thing. It does the same thing. And then these things just keep moving. And it gets worse, and then the body is completely annihilated. I only have a few more pictures of this. But the intensity of this is very important to understand. And for any outlet that is looking to get the truth and to stand behind the truth and could handle this as the truth that is going on right now with our children, this story is waiting for you. This story is waiting because this is what's happening to our children. What you see here is no different than what you see in the Summer Moon Wells missing children. Their symbolism and their story have not changed. They use the same room, the same equipment, the same symbolism, the same sick shit as they did whenever these videos were taken. You may not see a lot. You don't have to. I am putting this out there so an outlet will grab it and go get the film that shows it really clearly. I'm not putting the film out there. Not this one for sure. That's a human being sacrificed right in the middle during this whole big situation. That could be Summer Moon Wells for all we know. This guy is showing the equipment, and this is the equipment that I'm telling you was on the podium with Robin Lane and Summer Moon. You can't see it well because it's maroon against green, but when you watch the video, the movements and the way he has this fake, this is their microphone, is exactly what they do up at the podium of the church. Yes, Donna, they do toss them into pits because the video, if someone doesn't take it, I'll show certain videos, but I'm not going to show heavy duty stuff because I don't want to. But they're being brought across like on a crane and then dropped out of like a truck, they're just being dropped. So whoever this is testing the machinery or something. He's very proud. And this is what it is. It's this machine. I don't know. It's a close-up. Here, these little corner. I try to get the little corner pictures. But when I look at Robin Lane in Summer in the church, This is what I saw. See in the corners, even though it's blurry? This is the machine. And they're using it. And he's showing it. And he's excited. It's nothing more than a killing machine. That's it. And this machine has been passed down and is being used today. Now, everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, right? And I'm here for entertainment purposes. There's been no authority has proven this to be true. None. But this is our world. And when I tell you that this shit was used and is being used today on these children, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I do. This child here in the video, in his mouth, has the symbolism of these cults. This is the child that's in the video that I call, that I believe is Jeffrey Dahmer. And if it's not, you guys, there is a big frickin' family out there that no one knows about. Or this is coming from concentration camp. These kids are way down under. I'm going to show you. I've got it all here. But this is a close-up of what's in his mouth. And that is just, those are just elements of today's children being missing. It's a critter. Correct. This might as well be the critter that was on Quentin Simon's ear. Correct, Donna. You know, and that's what I'm saying. You know, it's one day they're going to wake up and be like, oh my God, that's the critter that was shown on Quentin. That's the critter that was shown on Harmony and Summer. This little boy is the one who is doing the damage. When you see his face as one that his face is used to cover up the kids that are being damaged. The adults in the room are participants, even though the adults in the room have those masks on their face, just like we see on the children. But I'm showing adult faces because someone's going to recognize them. And if you recognize them, I would call the police. Because they're in the video. They're not faked in the video. These people are in the video. These women here, there are women without anything on their faces, and then there are women that have masks over their faces. In the video, they're consistently, it's adults with little children like Summer, little 5-year-olds, little babies. And they're all mixed in. This man's face consistently shows, I am showing it. Anyone recognizes these people from the news, I don't know. From big mafia groups. I don't know. But these men are in the room directing all of this, sitting in their little throne. This is exactly what's happening today. That looks funny, but that's a head. That's a head next to the machine. Sometimes these pictures turn into kooky photos. Let me crop it. Maybe you'll see it clearer. But the white machine that I show in Summer Moon Wells missing children's cases, the machine has not changed. The machines and the equipment that's in these videos I'm going to show you are the same as they are in that other family's videos and as they are in Summer Moon Wells. They're attached to that machine in this video, and they're also attached to that machine in the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's video. This little girl has the same silver neck thing around her with the hearts as Summer Moon Wells had on her neck. Basically, they all have these on their neck, any of the cases I'm working with. And that other little boy always has blood on him. But these are the hearts that are found on the bodies. This is what it looks like. And when she's in this little party with all these adults, this is what she has that on her neck. The other picture, it's just a bloody little boy. Just what this little girl looks like. It's a real element that you guys may have seen in the past that I've shown. But in the past, many times it's blurry. This is very clear. There's no cover up on it, and the elements match my elements perfectly. Perfectly. Those are the hearts that go with each person. Now, this photo here, this is what happens to the kids. They put this mask over their face, and the people that are holding them are all wearing dark. You can't see them. The kids get really beat up. And yes, Operation Underground, I've sent it to them in the past, like a year ago. This is Kathy Smith. Thank you for asking that question. It's a good one about Operation Underground. It's really tough to get other groups to help. So this little boy winds up being completely victimized. I don't know. This man's face looks so familiar, and I don't know who this is. But I'm putting it out there because it needs to be. These faces need to be recognized. These are the faces. So who, obviously this person's probably dead by now, right? Because this is so long ago. But it would be nice to know what group this is. Because whoever put these videos out there, I believe they want it exposed. It's someone who has these videos, waited, because they just posted them within the last couple of years, you guys. Right? He looks familiar, right? Look. You guys, who is that? Is he like a gangster? He's like a like it would be nice to it would be really great to be able to get a name. These people are not living anymore. There's no way. These videos, you guys, are old videos, I could tell. You could tell by the cars in the videos. I mean, they're old. Anyone recognize him? Like a gangster guy? Politician? Someone will recognize him. This is just more of what's going on. These people are being placed and they're using the same equipment, you guys, with those three little prongs. So what you see in the upper right hand corner, wait, let me try to sharpen it a little. Okay. What you see up here is the same equipment that's being used today. This. That. Oh my God, you guys, so strange. I'm in my house and I'm upstairs. I just had such a sniff of, oh my goodness. Sweet flowers, like, and I don't have it in my room. Like when scents come through, I'm really good with smells. It's almost like a sweet scent of like an old-fashioned perfume, like a, oh my God, it's so strong. So these people are in the afterlife. These people, there are people out there. This is what I'm getting. Oh wow. Okay. There are people in the afterlife that are out there in the afterlife that know about, you guys, the smell is so strong, it's crazy. Oh my God. In the afterlife that want this exposed. Whoever put this out there, I believe, is dead. The smell is extremely strong, you guys. Wow. Not cigar. It's sweet. Like really, really, really clean, sweet laundry. This is important to see. See how the little girl has that jacket on, like those old-fashioned clothing, but what she is holding is her stick, and it's bloody. This is a stick that I showed you all the kids have, a stick. Each one of them, and I showed you Summer's stick. Summer's stuff was put above Don's doorway. That's where hers is. Woo! Someone is trying to connect. Okay, video kids crime to see the machines being hanging from their hands to get their job. They're always hanging from their hands. That is a thing. I didn't know that. Woo! All right, I hear y'all. Whoever this is. um, this little boy. I don't know what those symbols are, but though that is a symbol that's on his shirt. um, he is connected. Now, remember that many a times the face that you see is not the face that it appears to be. Believe it or not. This little boy has the same equipment on his face as the Summer Moonwell's missing children do to this day. This goes on the face, you guys. That's part of the equipment. Someone, Lori and Scott, someone did. That's why I'm asking for the authorities to jump in. And I think it's critical. You know, this is stuff that it doesn't matter. It matches what we're talking about. And it's been uploaded by someone who is showing the story of his family. He's showing a story of his family before, I believe whoever uploaded this probably is not alive. These are getting hard to see. So they each have a stick. They are being brutalized. You could see the dumpsters. This is what is going on with these children today. Today. And if it doesn't stop, it's going to go into the next generation. The family that I'm following does this. This shows, it's not saying they do it, right? It's for entertainment purposes here. But all this shit is in their videos. Connected to the machine, there's the box on the bottom left-hand side. I'll pull it up. Right here, these are the maroon, the green. These are the boxes, you guys, that are very important to the process. They were then and they are now. This is what it looks like. The top, he's connected to his own little stick. Here, and his head is the bloody one on the bottom. These people, like live, they live in this little area that does that, you know, like whoever is holding on to this woman is connected to her. You see how they're paired up? See that? It's like one totally gets brutalized, but they're connected. And that's like what they do today. They're paired off. They're paired off. So now that I showed you that, which I'm uncomfortable showing because it's difficult for me, I'm going into the family who just uploaded these videos, and what I'm showing you is basically apples to apples. Now what I'm showing you is current family that helped me find those videos that just uploaded a video this week. Thank you for those ones. Woohoo! So what you're going to see now, oh, old school perfume. Yeah, it was like a sweet, it's gone now. It was like a sweet old, like we don't have perfumes like that. Like, yeah, like it was like a sweet smell. Yes, arms are gone. Like the arms are gone. I am moving into this family who posts basically the same kind of things, but she changes the atmosphere. I know that I only go for my elements. What I am showing you here is if the fucking authorities, the LE, want to go in and figure this shit out that I just showed from centuries ago is happening today. It's being shown in this video that reflects all of the murders that I am following, especially Kylie Rodney, Summer Moon Wells, and now the kids from Idaho. Michael Vaughn, Quentin Simon, all of them. There is no difference. When I say, and I just showed you, where I'm thinking that it may be family from centuries ago, and this shit is being continued, is it possible that it's being continued through this group? That's what I'm asking you to go look at. Because this is the mask that we see always on a certain Benny Keys. The information that she has in these videos is critical. In the background of these videos, so here you see the face, but you have the boxes in the wall and the grid that matches. It matches where the children are. If anyone gives a shit that is in the authority level, go get the kids. Go get them. Go get them. These photos and the videos that I'm about to show you shows that this is it. They have the same bloody ass shit on their face as all the Summer Moon Wells missing children. This was just a week ago. The child that is being pulled up those stairs has the elements on him. What he is staring at in his face, see those symbols, is what I showed you during the fire. See those symbols? those symbols that he's being pulled towards, let me see, are no different than this, than the white, the red, the green, the blah, 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 blah. Same thing. Let me see here. Where's the fire? I showed it yesterday. It was, where did I put it? It was the fire, and it had all of these same symbols in it, you guys. Those three things. Whatever those are, they're gods, demons. But that's what was in the fire yesterday. You see how all of this matches? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, at this point of the game, this shit all matches. Those are the demons that we see in every case that I'm working on here. Every case. So it's here. Thank you for those ones. The videos, you could tell that these children are being brought above it and then they're going below. They're in a tunnel. They show the feet, but under the feet are connected to the same thing that they did to Summer Moon Wells's toes. Let me brighten this up and bring this in. All of their toes look the same. Remember when we would see those really creepy pictures of Candace's toe? They did shit to their toes. They like, I don't know, but it's common. It's common. And all the way underneath on the bottom there, I'll show you. That's what's on the bottom. It's hard to see, that's why I'm going to put a few of them. But this is part of the equipment that you see all the way on the bottom. That is the same equipment I showed you yesterday that was in the fire, and also that holds the head. This is what they're looking at. These are somewhere those are underground, and they're showing it here. They're showing it here. Here they are still showing these kids, they're walking, and they're carefully walking, but the crazy thing is this is being videotaped. Like, this is real videotape that they're watching. Like, see their toes? They're all fucked up. Right, Judy, it's sickening, right? I think that's where they attach and take blood from, because I have seen that on Summer Moon's toes in the car many a times. This might be blurry, but this should never show up in her family's vacation just swirling the camera around. This shows up. And in the water, we consistently see the machine. That the machine that I'm talking about is the same machine that we found yesterday, you guys, okay? And I played the video for you. Let me turn it upside down. The machine is with each person has one of these. See, that's that. All I did was turn it upside down. Each person that is sacrificed, I guess, has this because it's common. So this is in the water by each person that they show, and it's a common element that I have been watching since Summer Moon. It just feels really good to see how they're all matching. I don't feel good that we keep seeing it, but they haven't changed. Nothing has changed. Here they're getting closer to the maroon boxes. And the person's face is just completely covered. Here is someone, this to me, what you see here, to me, is identical to what I just showed you moons ago. I just showed you something that was happening years ago of them bringing a child or someone over from a crane and dropping them into all these people. What you see in front of you is the same thing as what I just showed you in the videos that I have. This person is in the same kind of contraction. Nothing's changing, you guys. She's connected to it. Her whole entire body is being moved. Her feet are bound. She is connected to the machine that is bringing her into the walls of hell. And by all of this information being exposed, I would think that the authorities would find their people to go talk to, other than them running around like chickens with their heads cut off. That's what I meant to paste. So, when I've shown in the past these bodies moving in a maroon box, connected to them is the number 5, this is a real thing. This is a sacrifice. This is a sacrifice. This equipment is being protected somewhere because it's real. This isn't like fake shit. I showed the picture to left before. That is what that's the sacrifice. The picture to the right, to me, he's holding on to a piece that they dove to go get. To me, that this boy is not one that's being sacrificed. It looked to me he is maneuvering the pieces and finding them, because what he is holding is a trophy. He is holding this here. This here is a trophy that whoever gets sacrificed, this is what they go and get in the water. There's your maroon box, and this to me is what a group like Adventures with Purpose goes and gets. Like a diver goes and gets this stuff. And that's what they do. This is what's left of them. This is what's left of them. It's right there. And this has been consistent in over a year. That is what's found in the water. That's what's coming out of the car. This is what they're going to grab. This is part of the gathering after. And that's what this guy's doing. Here close, they're a little close. I'm going to brighten them up now because when I brighten them, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to keep the focus on. But these are pretty much close-ups. These are not her children. I'm saying, I'm not putting any judgment on this family other than they have everything in their videos as far as elements. This isn't her. This is someone that is part of the sacrifice that's going on here. See, when you zoom in and you look, it's never what it intends to be. But there's no difference in what you're seeing here than what I just showed you. There's that little girl, this little girl with a green mask on her face. It's the same thing as I just showed you in the beginning of the little kids with their green mask on their face. There's no difference. Another day, another person. This is the face. If I brighten it up, you guys, I'm gonna see it probably kind of lose it. Let me see. Oh, I brightened it a little. Paste. So this face here, you guys, does she have finger earrings on? I don't know. This face here is the same thing as I showed you from years ago. Yeah, they do have these chains. The chains have like an S on it. So that's why I'm showing you guys those videos from the past, because the torch has been passed. And you got to get past these smiling faces here. They're fake because it's what's happening around, what's happening within the atmosphere that you see in these photos. This is what's behind her. You see this? This is called sacrifice. She is in her own maroon number 5 box. Period. Okay, so I'm waiting for the authorities to confirm it. I have sent it to my FBI contact. If you're listening, I really like to know, to do facial recognition. And I'm like, it would be a pretty big news story. I think whatever comes of those videos is a pretty big news story because they're pretty crazy videos. This child on the left-hand side, let me brighten it up. His face is connected to his little boxes. There's the blue, the white, the green. This shit is real, you guys. And the sacrifices are real. And I don't know how much longer. I will keep doing this. I'm not stopping, but I wonder how much longer, how many more murders will there have to be until someone says, aha? Because this little girl here is the next one that they just took. Her. So it's like, how many have to go? How many? How many is it going to take? Right? This is real machinery that is being connected to the children of our world. This is what they go through, you guys. I am showing these videos and these photos from these particular YouTube people because they show what the Summer Moon Wells missing children are going through. This is what they're going through. How do I know? Is because I've been showing it and seeing it. This is the machine. It all matches. This is the same machine that was just in the videos I showed you from years ago. No difference. There's no difference. None. A different day, a different dimension. That's it. That's it. Because what their head is down on is the same thing as what this kid's head is on. It's the same thing. And now that new little girl from Texas, her head's going to be on the same thing. This here is the same thing. Same thing. another victim. And it's so clear to me what she's going to go through, what she's going through. It doesn't have to be that way. But they're choosing to ignore it. They're choosing not to get involved. This machine here that he is so proud of, it's all the same. All the same. Same with that little girl whose mouth is covered. Brighten it. See if I could brighten it. It's really tough to brighten because I lose it. But here I just brightened it a dab so you could see what's on her mouth and what's on her body. That's her little critter guy that's going with her. They each have their own. It's her. Here's a little girl walking. I showed that the other day. The picture to the right is a family. It's a grouping. Now, this should not be in this video at all. This photo shows up. This is what we see in the bee stins. This is what we see in the back of cars. You've seen this. You've seen this in Check It TV. Like, this shouldn't be here at all. Pops up. It's part of the room. It's part of the room. But just by this popping up in here, it's like, makes no sense. None. This is a tough one to see, but it is inside this room where they go and where the people go. The feet, I mean, it's a little dark, but the most important, it's not just the feet, it's just for you guys to recognize the boxes that they're standing on are the maroon. You can't see it well because they're the maroon boxes with the metal trim. This is the location that I find that the children are at. See, these are like, see how those are slits? Those are metal, like they're open up on top, but they go down. These things are looking downward. So if something were to drop in there, it would drop in there deep down. And those are boxes that are separated. They are maroon boxes with silver trim. These things. And they're standing above them. And they're looking down. And that's important for the authorities to recognize. This is a body that was dropped. You could barely see it, but this body was dropped into the water. It's a dead body floating. Again, this is for the authorities to realize that they're looking down into the situation. There's a lot of symbolism here, but they're looking down into it. This here, he's like down in there. So above them is the A-frame in which they stand, and then they jump or get pushed. So this is above them. That's the A-frame I showed like last week. And then what you see to the right is below them. Where's that? A man's head looking down on a hospital bed with a rolling metal rod. Oh, you mean up top? Oh, I see. I see what you mean. The one to the right. Let me crop into this one. Here we go. So that's above him. This is what's going on above him. You see, if I put, so don't look into the light. Look into that little section. It's the maroon. It's the clear boxes with the maroon. See, this is where those boxes come in. These are the boxes that move. These are the boxes that move. The maroon boxes. Paste. See? This is the maroon box that I told you Summer Moon Wells was in. Summer Moon Wells had one of these in the car. So this is the one right before this pic. These are the maroon boxes that I have been discussing. Oh, this one. This one? You could see they're connected to something. These are the dead bodies. See the head sticking out of the top? And then the one all the way to the right, you could see here. Here, let me see. I like to brighten them when I'm live. Here. Copy. So wherever they're going, and wherever they are, they're showing the elements. That's a person. See? Was dropped in the hole. So imagine that whoever is above them, they're looking down into the hole. They're definitely looking down into the hole. More photos of what we see in this tunnel. That is a sacrifice that is going on. It's like a horse head. That's what it reminds me of. All the way to the left, up on top, this reminds me of the horse head here. This person's head, it's just a head on a green thing, and they are by these lights. See, these lights are very significant. Very. And I guess I've never seen them placed like this behind someone's head. But this is underground. And this person is with one person here and then another one here. They're never alone. See? They're not alone. Now understand that this was pretty recent. This is really recent. Yeah, the lights, they use them. I can't wait to one day maybe someone will open up and give us all the answers, but these people are in the situation. Wait 1 second. Come with me tomorrow. Okay. Let me brighten this up. This here, wherever this is, you guys, the most important thing that I'm trying to get across is this is the room. This is the room that they're in. So it's not so difficult. It's not. Yeah, they're using the toe, that's for sure. But look how obvious this is. There are the things that float in the air. This is a dead body going down into the tunnel. There's your elements floating around. Just floating around. Maybe old military tunnel, maybe. But you see the person up in the right-hand side? Here. Maybe if I darken it. The temperature. Oh, here you could see it a little better. Here. I changed the color a little bit. This is that person. This is that. Going down into that tunnel. They have the cover on their heads. And they're going down into this tunnel. Very deep down, you guys. Very deep. More of this tunnel. Each time I show it, it shows different elements. This information is critical. Again, these feet are getting closer to the maroon boxes. I can't brighten it up anymore, else I'm going to lose the photo. But the foot is connected to a maroon box. And I think I've shown this one already. As I move through the tunnel, that's what they're starting to look like. What's to your right-hand side. And I just don't get what's to the left, but it's in their video of their family diving, which shouldn't be there. This is the machine that is in the water. This is the same machine that I have been showing you guys since day one. And wherever this is, it's pretty deep down under. I am now going to bring you some photos from Idaho murders that need to be pointed out. Wait one sec. There's something in these photos that is really bugging me. Yeah, so before I go on, this whole beginning of this video is to show the consistency of the elements that were from many, many, many years ago, and now they're continuing, and now they're showing up in all the sacrifices that I am covering here. This is what's happening, you guys. This man here, so this is what their photos look like. I am here to show you that what I just showed you happened to these kids. Take this photo. First of all, who is that guy? Has this guy been talked about at all in the case? Does anyone know? He shows up, you guys, throughout the videos. He really does. And he's in other videos, like he just shows up. Now these pictures are from the Idaho girls. I'm skipping to the Idaho. Yes, the backpack we'll talk about. They missed all this. This is the stuff they're missing. That's what's in the corner here, you guys. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is what's in the corner of these girls' videos. Right down there. I mean, if these don't get looked at, it's the whole country's trying to figure out what's happening. This is what's happening. The Wells Old Church. Who is he? He keeps showing up. And you want to know the creepy thing? What's with the icon? why would the icon on this video be a head in a basket? We'll talk about the babies in there in a minute. This here icon is a head in the basket. Or is he holding that in his hand? That's Plunder's icon? A head in a basket? No way. Is it? Wait, let me see if I have a video. Come on. It can't be. Is her icon a head in a basket? Let me see if I probably threw out all the movies. Of course I did. That red thing on the bottom of the pic looks like Plunder's. Okay, so this is from Plunder. All my stuff's from Plunder when it comes to these groups. That's Plunder. But what I'm talking about is what's this? This dude is either holding it. Oh yeah, that is Plunder's. This is with this guy. Yeah, the maroon thing. Yeah, that is Plunder's because this comes from her. You guys think that this guy is from the church? That was a church guy from Tennessee. This guy? This guy has to be looked into. Besides this, notice the machinery that she's connected to. This machinery that she's connected to. Now, understand it doesn't matter the atmosphere or the background. We only look at elements here, right? So, let me grab it. If I could find it. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Here. So, this thing is basically the same thing. This here, she is in... They missed this, you guys. This is in the video. It's not that complicated, right? That's the same thing as this. There is no difference. There is no difference. He's holding the crystals. He's holding the crystals on the wall of Hippie House. They have to figure this out. The crystals. Well, I think he's important. And they missed it. This girl is connected to the machinery. Just like this. This is a sacrifice. The picture to the left of the backpack correct. She's got some demon babies in there. Now, why the hell this isn't being shown? the backpack. And wow, this here, I need to see if in fact I will look into that for tomorrow. If he is holding that head in a basket. That's the same looking head that Summer Moon Wells also has, right? It's like with the maroon on it. That's very significant. So this all comes from plunder. In the video that they show, which is a massive element, which they probably missed, in this video, they show this secret door that I have seen before. These maroon doors that are behind doors are secret doors. This is in their house. It's right there. It's really right there. And this secret door would have to be looked at. See the face, the thing on her face? See that? These are not, these aren't covered up. These are like out in the open. But the thing is, no one's gonna notice them because no one is looking for them. Right? So this here, these photos that were taken that night, you guys, are filled with information. Like this. That's like the heart connected to the face. That's what that is. And it's right in there. The picture on the right-hand side is the same photo, but it gives different information. And plunder is just always all messed up. Always. Here's the guy again. It's a different viewpoint of this video, but this dude has to be looked at. And if you look here, you could see that she is clearly connected, and the other girls have the masks on their faces. Now, the smaller little corners tell a lot more information. Let me show you. And this stuff is really what should be talked about, because I'm not standing here saying, oh, they have a mask on their face. I see it through my third eye. I'm saying open the frickin' video and pull it on your phone and pick up the little pieces in the corner. They're in the room. This is the kill zone. They're standing in it, you guys. Plunder has the big ass silver heart with the red heart on it. In the video. Like, someone explain to me who she is. because it's almost like they're all one room. It acts as if it's one room. It doesn't act as if it's separate rooms. Here is where the girls are standing. You see back there? These kids are either getting on a boat or getting off a boat. They're either all done being sacrificed or they're getting on the boat. They're in really bad condition, and they were not sacrificed in their house, in that house. What does her shirt say? See the boats? What does her shirt say? Or doesn't it? Her shirt is not what she was wearing before. They are clearly at a water dock. This isn't being talked about either. They're clearly at a water dock with boats. Did you say Steve? You know, and the boy was shown hanging at a water dock. Slevy. Yes. And Madison. This guy putting it out there, they're at the water. Who is Steve? I wonder who Steve is. She didn't have that shirt on before, right? Let me take a photo. These are this is all I know, it's not the one that has the boyfriend, the dark hair. It's the two blonde hair girls. It's the two blonde hair girls. So maybe someone could turn this in and say, you know, hey, look, they're at the dock. Some water dock with these boats. And her shirt says Steve. Right? So this is information that I'm not just... It's all here. And then there's plunder with on her side. She is the big silver thing with the big red heart. And I don't understand that. This is my main element. This here is the heart that I say is like the main heart. Like this is like a major, this is what's on their necks. Like that's on Plunder's side. Like why is it on her side? Shouldn't be. It only should be on her side if she has something to do with it. That's it. The only reason that would be over there is if she has something to do with it. Because those hearts are the hearts that go with the children. This silver heart is what goes with the children. It's a red heart on silver. And I could show this all day long in Summer Moon Wells' case. The red heart on silver is a big deal. It's usually red heart on white. So, two things. There's a lot going on in this thing. She's saying Steve, the detective, recent interview. She's telling us Steve. I think that's really important. Yeah. Thank you, Rumple Long here. I think it was him who also ID'd Kelly. Wow. Wow. Do you see this thing in the front of the house? Was that there when they went to investigate? Do you guys see this thing in front of the house? Here. This thing. Because what you see there is the element that winds up in the water. Like what you're looking at here is what Kylie Rodney had too. Like, what is that in front of their house? That's the same element. Like, why is that there? Right. This is in one of the photos. Because that's an element inside that box. That is what's inside the box. I don't have, or here, Idaho. Let me see if I have another picture of this front of the house. Their photos, so tell the story. And it's not being captured. It's just not being captured. They're not doing these kids justice by ignoring the truth. See, this is the guy that wound up, I said, this is him. This is his picture that came off of his phone. Like, he's at the water. He's at the water. So these kids wound up somehow at the water. That's what I see. I see them at the water through all of my eyeballs. So this thing is in front of the house. And the question for the authorities would be, what is that? I know what that is. That thing inside is what we found Kylie Rodney at the water. That was her thing that wound up in the water. Like, this to me is the main element. This is the prized possession that is in this box or being put in this box. That's what it looks like. Those aren't bushes. This is something to, yeah, goes to the water. And then you've got the girls on the other side. Clearly, they're in a maroon box. Clearly. This is something that they show in their house. Anytime that I see framing like that with the little red tip on top, I call that an element. Oh, Donna, we've gotten some really good stuff here, right? What you see there, it would be like, if I were checking that house out, I would actually go to see if that is connected to the wall. I'm pointing that out for the authorities. I'm also pointing out the fact, like, what is this? This is a photo of her by the stairway that overlooks the elements in which are in these cases. The maroon, the green, the red, and the white boxes that are in her kitchen. This photo makes no sense. That's what she's overlooking, are the elements. Like, is that really in her kitchen? Or did Plunder put this in the video? That's the question. Because if this picture is, she actually took it with that stuff in her kitchen, those are the things that have to be clarified. Because if they were paying attention, they would know that those are the elements within the case. These boxes, according to this photo, she's overlooking them in her kitchen. I just put a magnifying glass over it. The green, the maroon, and the red box. These photos are as fake as all the photos that I've been looking at. Period. End of story. They're all fake. I mean, I call bullshit on all of it. I call bullshit on all of it. This is the most important picture that they totally missed. You guys, this is a very, very, very important photo. This photo to the left shows this information. And the information it shows to the right is also of importance. What they're not noticing is that this is what's in the window. These are the finale items in every case that I follow has this. Each case that I follow has to have this in order for it to come to a conclusion that it is a Summer Moon Wells missing child. This bit of information, I hope one day the authorities will be like, let's line up all of the cases that have this stupid little heart thing with the mesh hanging from it. This is what's in the window. Let's talk about this first. This has been found in every case, even Quentin's. This was first introduced to me. I saw this in Benet Ramsey's on her bed. This is a true element, you guys. The other one is that heart that you see hanging by the window as clear as day. This. Anyone that has been following me knows I follow these. This is what that Zanime went in and got. Remember when she went back to the water? This is what Check It TV was going back for. These. This photo identifies with this item. Just like that. This is what these are. The photo all the way to the right, that's what was hanging in the room where they're making the plaster. It's a very important item. Thank you, Donna. And they're really missing it. You can't ask for a clearer photo of complete evidence of what happened to these children. Or should I say teens? It's right here. And if the cops really want to get, crazy, they could illuminate their faces that are in the window behind them. Now, all they're doing here is rubbing it in our faces. But if you play with the colors here, behind them, you could get their faces. All they're doing here is announcing what happened to them. Now, truthfully, I don't know if it was them that died. Has anyone heard that DNA matches, or did they just say they found them? Wait, let me put this back. See, there's one of them right there. And see how what you do is you follow the strings. See the strings? Those strings are like the strings of life for them. See, I know these cases so well. Those little strings with the hearts on the bottom, see how they flow into her here? Those are what each person has as a trophy. Let me show you. Michael Vaughn's wound up in the fence. This thing here that has the hearts on them is very critical. See how it's coming out from the wall, and then those thin little ones. Whoever that is in the window that's why I'm like kind of thinking right now, I wonder if it's really them that, like, or did they want out of the cult and like they sacrificed other people? Have they gotten DNA, you guys? Yeah, Plunder has a lot. Does anyone know if DNA was confirmed? Yes, they hide it in here, but I know what to look for, and that's them. And then over here is the same thing. Madison, this is Madison, was the queen bee, you guys. See right there, the face? She was the queen bee. And then here on this side, let me show you how like a dead person shows up. It's really creepy. But this is all stuff that was totally missed. So here's where the other wires are. You're going to freak out. Wait. Contrast. Okay, you guys. This is going to make your heart jump. Look at this person in the window. Like, who the fuck is that? That's a man, right? Is that fat guy again? I think that's the killer. I swear to God, I think that's the killer. I have a horrible feeling in my body. Oh my fucking God. You guys, someone has to turn this in. It's right in the window. They could get it themselves. That's his face. Oh, you guys, that is right in the window. See? He's right there. It's the A. He's showing the A. You guys, and that's a pole. I know the pole. I know this whole thing. My fucking God. Someone has to report this. I didn't report this. You guys, that's in a window. Anyone could get this picture. I love when I show something that anyone could get. No, that is in the window of the house. That's the window of the house. It's in the window of the house, but yet it's in those lines. Oh my God. Someone needs to send this in. Send it in. I'm trying to get his face a little. You know who it looks like to me? Okay, obviously it's not. This looks like this looks like the guy from it's all over the place. There's his face. He looks like the guy on the YouTube channel. Could someone let me know if they reported this? I'll report it also, but you could just take a screenshot. I would take a. It looks like Andrew. It looks like Andrew Hilt, doesn't it? Not to say it's him, but it looks like him. They could figure this out. The authorities could look at this and figure it out because look at you guys. It's from this photo. It says it's in the window, but it's not. See how weird it is? It's like you could see through the window. The windows are weird. You see how weird the windows are, you guys? Yeah, doesn't it look like Andrew Hilt? It to me, that's what it looks like to me. Not to say it is, but that's kind of like the look. So that's where it came from. Oh my God, it totally looks like him. So I'm going to cover my whole entire page with this. Let's see. Edit, copy. See how he's connected to, oh, that's so amazing. See how he's connected to the string? Those strings are the most important things. That's like the lifeline. Those strings are lifelines. That's crazy. It's a crazy find, right? So that's right in this window. So you all know that's a good picture to send in. No, he's got a hoodie on. You guys, he's wearing a hoodie. It's not long hair, he's wearing a hoodie. And connected to the machinery. It's connected to the machinery. Let me see if I could find his photo. See, I have this really weird, oh, here it is. I always keep this really weird photo. Now, I'm not saying it's them. Okay, I'm not. I'm just making a reference. That's it. No rhyme or reason. Oh my God. Oh, just reminds me of the same person. He has a hoodie on because he's bald. Doesn't it remind you of him? Now, obviously, I've no reason to say that. Correct, wearing a hoodie. He's wearing a hoodie in the window. It reminds me of him. This, he's wearing a hoodie. You all see this? I'm going to paste and cover this whole window because sometimes when you put it multiple times, you could see it. Here, I'm going to keep their face out because it came from this photo. Doesn't that look like him? The hoodie guy. Weren't they looking for a hoodie guy? Rumple Longhair, you've been great in here. Let me see if I could make, like, see, I wish that I could make this, let's see, contrast. Ooh. Even better. Watch. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. Food truck was totally fake. The food truck was such a bunch of bullshit. Food truck, my ass. What's the white thing on side of his head? Um, those are just the strings. They use these strings. It's going to his eyeball. It's just what it is. The A is there. It's going to his eyeball. It's just more evidence that this is what it is. Let me show you. He's connected to the car. This thing is connected to the car. You know why? Because everything is in the car. Watch how the strings go in the car because the girls are in the fake car. See this? See that? See how all of a sudden the lights go into the car? Like, why would the lights go into the car? Because it's connected to his eye. That is connected to his eye. And this is connected to the most important pieces that they take, those white things. Because that's what they do. Those white things is what I pointed out. These things. He's connected to them. They're in the car. Front seat of the car. Just like Kylie Rodney's was in the front seat of her car. This was in the front of the car when I turned it upside down so you could see what he's connected to. He's connected to these things. See, it's on the dashboard, just like Kylie's was. It's that white thing with the red heart. And he's connected to that one too. Because they represent the kids that were murdered. There's the V, that's the box. You know how they all have a box with the V? Same thing as Kylie Rodney we found in her car. This is what he's connected to, you guys. This right here is on the dashboard. Right here. Those are important. These are the trophies. He's connected to that. He's connected to this thing that is a major deal. There's the V. That's what he's connected to. But the cops haven't realized that these freaking, that so looks like Andrew Hilt. These lights are running into the car. Like they the Christmas lights that they say are in the house. See how they show that they're in the house, but yet they run through the car. And if they're in the house, why is the house reflecting in the window where the window over here is totally different? The third girl is in the window. See how those lights don't even make sense? This is the stuff that the law enforcement isn't talking about. This is the fake car. This looks like Andrew. I laugh because it makes me so nervous. All right, what does this shirt say? A. Let's see. And then I'm going to have to get off soon. Oh my God, you guys, this is major. Holy shit. That's a face to the case. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh my God, there's the other element that I find in the water. I've showed you guys this with the fishing people. It's all in this window. Here's the, oh my God, you guys, here are the hearts. This is what I just showed you in the other girls. Up here in this corner, this is what goes in the water. Those are the lines of hearts, and then there's like this dip. This is what goes in the window, like in the window frame. Oh, see, that's not a window, that's a frame. This is a window frame that was stuck in there. Let's focus in on his sweatshirt. I am completely convinced that this is the answer, and that's the perpetrator, because he's connecting himself to all of the kids. Everything is connected here, you guys. What's the boy's name? Maybe his shirt's supposed to say Andrew. So his head is against one of those hearts, the big white heart. Let's see. I could only get An A and a D. Oh, there's a number 5 in there. Or an S. See that? Those are the symbols. That's all. It's a 5, an A, and a V. It's a 5, an A, and a V. It's the symbols that are in all of the SA 4. I think it's a 5, an A, and a V. Boom. Boom. I am going to leave it with this. I didn't even know this was in here. That's when I love shit that happens like that. You guys, I'm sweating because it looks like Andrew Hill. It's making me a 5, an A, and a V. Yeah. Yeah, right, because you're thinking sexual assault 4. That's where your mind goes. But when you let it go and you just look and say what you think you see, it's there. And now it's up to the authorities to match this up. Look what's coming through on the bottom. Like, it's the masked people now. See? How all this shit starts to come through once you recognize the truth? You guys snap a picture, send this in, tell them it's from this photo, and they could do all of their own editing and they could find it themselves. You know? It could be a 4 or it could be a V. I think that the main thing here right now is that this photo gives all the pertinent information. And there's kids in the window, but right now it's this. It's this dude. Let me pop it up and I'll tell you where to send it. Send it to, let's see. Not that one. My God, I've sent so many in. That's Kylie Rodney. Moscow. Okay, here it is. I'm going to put it in chat. There's another little girl in that window. That I could tell. Let me see if I could put it in here. Paste. making it different sizes because sometimes, you know, can you guys see this clearly? Summer upside down in window. Let me see. Wait. I do believe summer is with all these kids. Um, oh, they really have to look at this photo. It really gives a lot of information. I don't see it, but I think that this is looks like a beer. Yes. Um, Send this in, see what it looks like. I hope that you guys could see this clearly because sometimes the smaller the better for the authorities, you see. Because when you send pictures in, when they get real big, it gets so blurry. So it's like the smaller, the better. I'm doing it all different ways. Send this to them. This is it. Right here. Hunter is, it's, yes, Hunter. I mean, I'm not saying it's him, but it just looks like him. That's all. Hunter was the boy in Summer Moon. So here I'll type it in chat just so you guys have it in chat. Tipline at ci.moscow.id.us. Trust me, I've sent a few things already. Yeah. This is the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's Story. You guys, all of this, all of this, all of this is the story. All of it. Send it in, you guys. Tell them how to get to this photo, and they could do it themselves. And this could be a guy of interest. Or it could be Andrew Hilt. Sorry, Andrew, it just looks like you. It does not look like Dotson, no one. It just, to me, that's who this looks like. You guys want me to put that photo up so you have, let's see. So you have that photo, and you could take a snapshot of it just so you have it up front. Here. You could take a snapshot of this photo so you have a clear one. Boom. It comes from this photo. So the authorities have more than enough shit that they could do and get a clearer picture of what's in that window. This is a winner photo. I don't even know where I got this photo. All right. It's another good way of doing it. Like that. Does that look right? It's another good way of doing it. Yeah, there's so much in here. Yeah, on the bottom there's just a lot of stuff that's going to come through. Especially in the window. See in the window here how you could see the girls in the window, in the car window. They have the V on their bodies right down here. This is a picture that the authorities have to take seriously. They're in this window. They're right in here. The girls are right in here. Here's one of the V frames. Yep. You guys, may justice come tomorrow morning. And may this make a difference, no matter who this guy is. Make sure that they get this information, because this is a match. This is a match. Woo hoo! Yes. Thank you all so much. This is very exciting. I think that this hopefully they could say it's a man of interest. Don't count on it, but this is as clear as a bell. And yeah. Justice for these children. Judy, amen. Boom. Justice for these children. Boom. Thank you all for being here. This was really good. I hope that this makes a difference, because it makes sense. I see the whole entire thing here. Plain as day, Sugar Bee. Plain as day. Ooh, I like your picture. I love your picture. All right. See you all tomorrow. God bless you, and thank you for being here. Send this in, you guys. Tell them to just go get it. They just go get it themselves. Take the photo, and they could see the face. It's as clear as can be. How to make screenshot. Good job, Rumple Long here. It's fun, right? All right. Good night, you guys. I'm going to have a glass of wine. Thank you all. God bless you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Thank you, mods.